करती हूँ लाइव हो गया
अभी
अरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो
भगवते
वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Next verse, 4th chapter, 27th. सर्वाणि इन्द्रियकर्माणि
सर्वाणि इन्द्रियकर्माणि
प्राणकर्माणि चापरे
प्राणकर्माणि चापरे.
लिंक शेयर कर देना मेरे वाले
कम्युनिटी में भी कर दो.
कम्युनिटी में डालना, ग्रुप में डालो तो
साधना ग्रुप
साधना में धर्म रक्षा की रक्षिता
उसमें
बस वो दो उसको डाल दो, मिनिमाइज कर दो. Others, yesterday we saw that कोई अटेंड कर रहा है ऑनलाइन या हिंदी में
एक ग्रुप है
पता चल सकता है कौन हरिहरन है तो ये लॉटन्स. So now yesterday we saw that some brahmacharis, so how they engage their senses and in mental control by the process of hearing, from the guru and then engaging himself in the services. For the grihastha, they engage their senses in the activity to create children. That is also yajna. So they do that yajna. That way they get purified. Then others, now more people are being discussed about. Others, they also do something. What are the other things? Others who are interested in achieving self-realization through control of mind and senses offer the function of all the senses and of the life breath as oblations into the fire of controlled mind. So now one is going towards liberation. So in that, this is the process of yoga, Ashtanga yoga. Sitting. Mostly what they do, they follow the process of yam, niyam, asana, and then pranayama, pratyahara, dharan, dhyana, samadhi. These are the 8 steps in that. Patanjali Yoga Sutra also it is Ashtanga yoga. So these 8 processes are followed, and in that slowly first he controls his mind, then he concentrates his mind in the breathing. He's concentrating in that, and then eyes half closed, not fully closed, looking at the tip of the nose, staying somewhere secluded from the society, not living in the society. So such things will come in detail later. This thing Lord will explain in 6th chapter in detail. what is this dhyana yoga? So this is the process of dhyana yoga to attain liberation. The purport, the yoga system conceived by Patanjali is referred to here. In the Yoga Sutra of Patanjali, the soul is called Pratyagatma and Paragatma. As long as the soul is attached to the sense enjoyment, it is called Paragatma. Means he is enjoying. He is attached to his senses now. Paragatma. And these words are termed by Patanjali in his Yoga Sutras. It's Paragatma and Pratyagatma. Conditioned soul and liberated soul. But as soon as the same soul becomes detached from such sense enjoyment, it is called Pratyagatma. The soul is subjected to the functions of 10 kinds of air at work within the body, and this is perceived through the breathing system. There are 10 kinds of air within the body. Anybody knows? Saman, Udan, Apan, Vayan, like this. The air which we breathe, that is different. The air which we leave, that is different. The air which we pass, that is different. The air which is there in the stomach which helps to digest, that is different. There are different. They have different functions. This is perceived through the breathing system. The Patanjali system of yoga instructs one how to control the functions of the body's air in a technical manner, so that ultimately all the functions of the air within become favorable for purifying the soul of material attachment. So this is the technique of Patanjali to control the air within the body, and through that air you purify the soul. Tough, very tough. According to this yoga system, Pratyagatma is the ultimate goal. Just to get away from the material things and be situated in yourself. That is the goal. But by Krishna consciousness, it becomes so easy. Just by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one comes to this level in very few years. This is the process of thousands of years. Our age is now how much we can reach? 70. But this process is not possible by them. Possible, but very relative. Very few people can do this. Through Maharaj went to the forest and started meditating. And in 6 months, he attained Lord. But the level of tapasya which he did, we hardly see. Even in Bhagavatam, it is not known. Bhagavatam means at that time, the history in Satyuga and Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga. That time also it is not known as such tapasya somebody did. Who Maharaj did like that. So that is very rare actually. It's a very tough process. So when we explain to people or when we preach outside, then we come to know, oh, just by chanting Hare Krishna, you will attain Lord. How is it possible? It's so simple. Just chant mantra and you will get liberation and go to Vaikuntha. No tough job. So it becomes very difficult for them to digest. Then they say, this is a very simple process. It is not possible. They are cheating. They are doing something. Making money. But Lord has given this process because Kali Yuga, people, they can't do other things, other processes, not possible. And Uh, it is not that this mantra was not there in Satyuga or Treta Yuga or Dwapara. Hare Krishna mantra is eternal. It was there at that time also. That time also people were chanting lots. But that was not the prominent process. But in Kali Yuga, this becomes the prominent process. The name of the Lord. Chant the name of the Lord. The Pratyagatma is withdrawn from activities in matter. The senses interact with the sense objects, like the ear of hearing, eyes for seeing, nose for smelling, tongue for tasting, and hands for touching. And all of them are thus engaged in activities outside the self. They are called the functions of pranavayu. The apanavayu goes downward. Now you see this body, how it works. That Prabhupada is explaining. Is the hydraulic system, how it works.
It is coming. So its gases.
What is in between?
Air.
Air or liquid? Liquid is there, hydraulic system.
Lights.
And when air is there, what is that called? Aerolic. Hydraulic, aerolic. So the medium is air in between. Okay. Like when in childhood we used to take pen, we will take and that kutus, what is that? Kutus will be there. Jhadi is there. Jhadi. Bushes. That small balls will come out and it will become black after some time. And that green color. Kutus we say. House. So that green color you put from this side, pen, and you take a bamboo stick, thin, and from this side you stick it. Okay, now there is air in between. And then you aim at anybody and it will go, So I didn't push the ball. I just pushed here, but in between air is there, and because of the pressure by the air, that is. So these all planets which is there in the world, that is also caught together, and that is rotating in a cycle. It is all things which is caught. How it is caught, and why it is rotating in the same direction? It is caught by the thread of air. By the thread of air. Thread of air. Yes. Thread of air. And our body, we are moving up. I am moving my hand. This is called pranavayu. The vayu which is in the body. I am soul. And I desire to move the hand. And I move the hand through the pranavayu which is there in the body. The apanavayu goes downward. So anything going downward, that is apanavayu. So we pass stool. So that is because of apanavayu. That pushes that down, stool. And stool comes out of the body. Apanavayu goes downward. And also urine also is downward. That is also being done by apanavayu, the second vayu. Vyanavayu acts to shrink and expand. It is just helping you to shrink and expand. Shrink and expand. Give some example. Lungs. Shrink, expand. Shrink and expand. So that is this vayu, Vyanavayu. Samanavayu adjusts equilibrium. Udanavayu goes upward, and one is enlightened. One engages all these in searching for self-realization. He controls now all the air inside the body, and he purifies the himself. But the ultimate thing is, we are not attached to this material thing. Why? Because they understood everything in this world is painful. Anything you take, you try to enjoy, and after that there is pain. Just leave everything. They don't know the real philosophy. They have reached till here. So they understand everything is useless. हम गुड़ खट्टे हैं. They could not taste the gur. When Jackal story, you remember? You know? What is the story?
Grapes are dark. So she's trying to eat the grapes.
So fox is trying to eat the grapes and it seeds, and he sees what? So grapes are there, and the fox comes and tries to eat, but she cannot eat the grapes. She's jumping, but grapes are a little high, and then grapes are sour actually. Better to go. She could not eat. So what to do? So this process is of, like I gave the example also a few days before, there is 100 rupees kept. You were there? 100 rupees example, you remember? Anybody?
Me and Sapna.
So tell. 100 rupees is falling on the road. One person comes, sees that, takes it. Oh, so nice. Goes, enjoys with that. Okay? Some ice cream, this, that, he's eating. So he's a karmi, bhogi. How to use this material world for my enjoyment? Another person comes and sees, same 100 rupees kept there. Okay, now this is the second person. He comes and says, Sara khawa. There it comes. And he leaves it. Running. And it is a source of pain. Don't touch it. Be aware. He's a jnani. Jnani yogi. That is being discussed here. Leave it. And the third person comes and sees 100 rupees. Sees around. Does this belongs to anyone? No. So he takes it, goes to the market. He was going to the market. So he goes to the market. With 100 rupees, he buys some garland from the market and comes and offers it to Lord. So this is Bhakta, devotee of the Lord. So the Jnani, he didn't know how to use that money. But a Bhakta, he knows how to use everything for the service of the Lord. So, even if that money was not belonging to him, anybody it belonged to in this world, he will also be benefited. Why? Because his money was used in the service of the Lord. Understood? So in this way, they try to leave everything. But leaving everything, that is not a solution. Engaging everything in the service of the Lord, that is the solution. Why? Can you explain? Why engaging everything in the service of the Lord?
Because we need higher taste. If we just leave lower taste, but we don't need higher taste, we'll again get attracted to those lower things.
Okay. Then
Is the nature of the body to engage in one or other thing?
it is the nature of the body. Nature of the body is dead. Body is matter. Matter is the nights. So how there will be nature of body?
Nature of soul.
It's the nature of soul. Soul is the person, right?
To engage in one or other thing. So it is better to engage in a higher things.
Soul by nature is a devotee of Lord. Jiver Swarupavai Krishnera Nityadas. Jiva by nature is the servant of Krishna. One thing. Second thing, you can see that by nature soul is active. Soul is active. He's doing something by nature. So if you leave one activity and do not engage in another activity, then you will not be able to stay in that state for a long time because that is not natural for us. Understanding? So just we dovetail and change the spirit behind all the activities. Change the spirit behind all the activities. The activities becomes a spiritualist. And in that way, we dovetail our activities and we are pleasing the Lord. So initially what we should try? So we should try initially wherever we are. We should keep chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We are going to studies. From SJT we go out. And we are going to room. From here we are going to SJT to study. On the path, time is there. Keep chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare. In this way we should engage our senses. Don't give your mind space. Mind will always try to enjoy small things. Women are passing by on the road. Will start enjoying. This enjoying tendency has to be burned. You have mobile, so many things you start opening in that, you start enjoying. Huh? This enjoying tendency has to be burned. What we have to do? We have to do dharma. This is not dharmic life. I will not do this. Lord will not be happy by this. What I will do? Just look straight, look down a little bit, just walk and keep chanting. Hare Krishna, oh Lord, please save me. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And go to class, studies, okay, make the notes, everything. You're coming out, start chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Make friends with same kind of people. Friendship. Similar people, good people are there. Okay. And especially devotees, those who are coming here, if you club with them, that will be great. Living together, discussing something. Oh, today morning, what? This was a discussion. Did you understand this point? Some discussion is going on, right? So in that, so initially, we should act in that. Wherever we are going, start chanting. That is the process. Should we take one more verse? Dravyayagyastapo yagya
Dravyayagyastapo yagya
ye yoga yagyastatha pare
Yogayagnyastatha pare
swadhyaya jnana yagyasya
Swadhyaya
yatayah samshita vrataha.
Yataya samshita prataha.
Having accepted strict vows, some become enlightened by sacrificing their possessions, and others by performing severe austerities, and by practicing yoga of eightfold mysticism, or by studying the Vedas to advance in transcendental knowledge. So somebody is doing tapasya, somebody takes very strict vows, I will not eat in my whole life, like that. Somebody is into Vedas, he'll take and just read and try to understand. So these are the different things which people will do. Okay. Purport. The sacrifice may be fitted into various divisions. There are persons who are sacrificing their possessions in the form of various kinds of charities. In India, the rich mercantile community or princely orders open various kinds of charitable institutes like Dharmshala, Annakshetra, Atithishala, Anathalaya, and Vidyapith. Now you see here Prabhupada writes Vidyapith. This is not a school, Vidyapith. In other countries too, there are many hospitals, old age homes, and similar charitable foundations meant for distributing food, education, and medical treatment free to the poor in other countries, not in India. A hospital and not all these things. You see what princes and dharmshala, the princes and rich mercantile they will open. Dharmshala, Annakshetra, Atithishala, Anathalaya, Vidyapith. These are actually punya. These are actually charity, real charity, which helps people out. And sin is not there. But if you convert it into the modern concept, it becomes like distributing food, education, these things are sinful. Education and all these things. But charity is there because people donate in that, give their sacrifice. So many people, they do sacrifice. They do this thing and they say, this is dharma. By this I'll get purified. And they do charity. All these charitable activities are called Dravya Maya Yajna. This charity is called in Sanskrit. That's technical. There are others who for higher education, higher elevation in life, or for promotion to the higher planets within the universe, voluntarily accept many kinds of austerities such as Chandrayan, and Chaturmasya. These processes entail severe vows for conducting life under certain rigid rules. For example, under the Chaturmasya vow, the candidate does not shave for 4 months during the year, July to October. He does not eat certain foods, does not eat twice in a day, or does not leave home. Such sacrifice of the comforts of life is called Tapo Maya Yajna. The second one, in the Sanskrit you see, Dravya Yajna, Tapo Yajna. So Tapo Yajna this is. Doing tapa. Why?
To attain higher planets.
Higher planets, heavenly planets. There are still others who engage themselves in different kinds of mystic yogas, like the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Yoga Yajnas, Ashtanga Yoga. And some travel to all the sanctified places of pilgrimages. All these practices are called Yoga Yajna. They will walk and go to Narmada, and walking and going to different places. So different Tirth Yatras they will do, and walking and going there. So these are like, this also comes in that. Engages in, that is Yoga Yajna, sacrifices for a certain type of perfection in the material world. There are others who engage themselves in the studies of different Vedic literatures, specifically the Upanishads and Vedanta Sutras or the Sankhya philosophy. So many people are there who will read Swadhyaya. What they will read? Upanishads, Vedanta Sutras, these things. All of these are called Swadhyaya Yajna, or engagement in the sacrifice of studies. All these yogis are faithfully engaged in different types of sacrifices and are seeking a higher status of life. Krishna consciousness, however, is different from these. So all this, before this also, the process was explained. Before that also, the process was explained. Prabhupada says, Krishna consciousness is different from all this. Because it is the direct service of the Supreme Lord. As after doing all these processes, at the end the person has to attain what? Serve Krishna. That is the ultimate thing. So that Krishna consciousness is teaching directly. Understanding? Step by step taking process, doing something else is like a ladder. When we will go up, how many millions of life we will take, we don't know. But ultimate thing is, if one directly engages in Krishna service in this life itself, you can go up. Lift. You have to go to the top floor of 200-story building, and there is a lift. So take lift, don't walk, go by stairs. Krishna consciousness cannot be attained by anyone of the above mentioned type of sacrifices, but can be attained only by the mercy of the Lord and His bona fide devotees. How we can understand that? just by the mercy of the Lord and his bona fide. Therefore, Krishna consciousness is transcendent. It doesn't depend on your practice and the heavy work which you do and your hard labor. I'll do this tapasya and I'll get it. Bhakti is not dependent on the hard endeavor. It is just dependent on the
Mercy.
mercy of the Lord. It's a magic. Gita magic. You want to see that magic? Just pray to Lord. Pray to Prabhupada. Every day. Please show me the magic. It's like things are happening and things are mystic in this world. I see that everything is mystic in this world. You eat food and the food is getting digested in the stomach and stool is coming out, and from the food the energy is going to the body. It is not mystic. For example, I get there you got a cut. The blood is coming out, and after some time, platelets will come and it will stop the blood. It is not mystic. Automatically it happened and it came out and it became like this and blood is not coming out. It's not mystical. So in this world everything is mystical actually. So you want to see the magic? Ask the magician. He can show you the magic. Hare Krishna. Any questions?
But Agni is also like incarnation of
Okay, it is sage. We give the Stanya Vishwas. Any other question?
Prabhu actually said in Satyog also they were Hare Krishna. So in that time was it difficult to achieve God using mantra, or why is not it was not popular at that time also?
It was. It's like very easy process now. It becomes very difficult for people to understand it. So easily, how can you attain God? It is not possible. You have to do something big. But those who are intelligent, they can understand. So many were chanting, Lord's name, blessing. But it becomes very difficult for people of different qualities to understand that. So easily, how can you attain? Somebody is going in water and there and sitting and doing tapasya and meditating. And you are saying, just be in home and chant Hare Krishna, you'll get everything. What the hell is talking? That becomes less prominent. Then other processes are there. Doing yajna, doing meditation. By meditation, which is not just meditation. Ashtanga yoga. Niyam, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. He takes it to samadhi. So those processes, that seems to be more appealing. By doing such things, okay, now we can come.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's tough. That appeals more. But it didn't appeal to Arjun. The Lord said, process to Arjun.
Lord Ram in this cycle, in the life, Lord Ram will be in this cycle.
Lord Ram came in Treta Yuga.
Will be in this cycle.
That happens, that is exception. When Lord Krishna comes, then Dwapar Yuga comes in third cycle and Treta Yuga comes in the second cycle. But actually Dwa means second. So that should come in the second. After Satyuga, Dwapar Yuga will come. And then Treta, and then Kali Yuga. So that happens every cycle. Satyuga is there, and then Dwapar Yuga, then Treta Yuga, and then Kali Yuga. That happens. But when Krishna comes, then that Treta and Dwapar Yuga it interchanges. And in the Dwapar Yuga, which it comes nearby Kali Yuga, and there Lord Krishna comes.
So Lord Rama can
In this Chaturayuga, no? Lord Rama, this is 28th Chaturayuga. And Lord Ramachandra came in the 24th. 24th Chaturayuga.
So how did Treta Yuga ends without a fight?
How Treta Yuga ends without fight. There are different levels of annihilations. And in that way, the Yuga changes. That is all in the control of the demigods. The country Prime Minister sits and he changes so many things. And you will not know also. And so many things are changed. Correct? Similarly, the demigods, they can do so much, so many things. It's not difficult for them. Change the whole yuga. Time changes, people become more greedy. Such things. Like we see the change from Dwapar Yuga to Kali Yuga, how it happened.
Parikshit Maharaj was there.
Yeah, so he was there, Pandavas were there. And now Kali came and he was finding some place, but Parikshit Maharaj didn't allow. But he requested and he gave little place, and from that little place it went and it spread around and people started becoming greedy. Such thing already started. It is not that after Parikshit Maharaj, people started becoming greedy when Yudhishthira Maharaj was there. Yudhishthira Maharaj is seeing that people, what happened to them? People are fighting with each other for property, for land, for this or that, such things. Greedy, people have become greedy. He was shocked, why this is happening? Then he understood, I think Lord has left. And then Arjun came and everything was clarified, and then he said, no, then better we also leave. Want to stay. And then everybody left. So already that effect started. So that thing was not there before. Now it came. So now like this the age changed. Now people they became more greedy. So the characteristics of the people that goes down. Satyuga is 100%. 25% down, that becomes Treta Yuga. 25% more down, that becomes Dwapar Yuga. 25% more down, that becomes Kali Yuga. So in Kali Yuga only 25% is left, and that will also become down. Only truthfulness is left initially, and that also finishes slowly. It is the degradation of the character of the person.
So which place Kali resides?
Kali, gold. Gold. God is gold. Everything is circulation, money is circulation, you enjoy anything in this world is dependent on gold. The paper money is there, at the backside there is gold deposit. So with the gold, you enjoy. So Kali resides there in money. With money you enjoy woman. Money you enjoy building. Money you enjoy this. And Kali, that mentality, where Kali resides is in money. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So you all can take prasad. Class 8 o'clock?
Yes.